Here we have a pre-calculus problem. That is, there is a graph given here. So which of the following could be the equation of the graph shown in the xy plane above? So we have to find the equation of this graph. Okay, to get the equation of this graph, so first we have to look at the x-intercepts of the graph. That is at where the graph touches or intersects the x-axis. Okay, here at x is equal to -5, the graph touches x-axis, and also the graph intersects x-axis at x is equal to 0. And also the graph intersects x-axis at x is equal to 4. So there are three values. One is x is equal to -5, and other one is x is equal to 0, and the third one is x is equal to 4. Okay, to get the factor corresponding to the first x-intercept x equals to -5, what I need to do is I have to get 0 on the right side. So to get 0 on the right side, I have to get rid of this -5. So for that, I have to add 5 to both sides. So when I add 5 to both sides, this -5 positive 5 will cancel out. I get x positive 5 equals to 0. So x positive 5 is the factor corresponding to this x-intercept x equals to -5. And in this one, already we have 0 on the right side. We have nothing to do with this one. So the factor corresponding to this x-intercept is just x. Okay, here we have 4 on the right side. So we have to make this 4 as 0 to get the factor corresponding to this x-intercept. So to get rid of this 4, I mean to make the right side 0, we have to get rid of this 4. For that, I have to subtract 4 from both sides. When I subtract 4 from both sides, this positive 4, -4 will cancel out. I get x -4 equals to 0. Okay, now I got the three factors corresponding to the three x-intercept. So the factor corresponding to the first intercept x equal to -5 is x positive 5. And the factor corresponding to this x equals to 0 is simply x. And the factor corresponding to this x-intercept x equals to 4 is x -4. Okay, here, when I look at the equations over here, in all the options, we find the three factors, x positive 5, x, and x -4. So which one can be correct? So at x is equal to -5, the graph does not cross x-axis, the graph just touches x-axis. So whenever a graph touches x-axis at a particular value, then the factor corresponding to that x-intercept must have even multiplicity. That is, the exponent of this factor must be an even number. It can be 2 or 4 or 6, something like that. And here at x is equal to 0, the graph crosses x-axis. So the factor which is corresponding to this x-intercept must have odd multiplicity. So the exponent of this factor must be an odd number, 1 or 3 or 5, something like that. Okay, so here we must have even exponent, and here we have odd exponent. Let me write it. Okay, and x is equal to 4. The graph crosses x-axis. So for this factor, we must have odd multiplicity. That is, the exponent of this factor must be an odd number. Okay, now look at the option where the factor x positive 5 is having even exponent, the factor x is having odd exponent, and x -4 is having again odd exponent. So in option B, this factor x positive 5 is having even exponent, that is 2, and for this x -4, I mean for this factor, the exponent is just 1, it's an odd number, and for this x also the odd number. So the correct answer choice for this question is option B.